Put your thinkers on. Let's get it. So, first off, to start this live, this is a live stream. This is not pre-recorded. It is what, 12:33 my time right now. 12:33 my time right now. Hold on. Boom. That's blurry. But anyways, anyhow, this is not a pre-recorded video. This is a live class to get yourself in order and together. But I want to tell you this. You're not the villain in this story. You're not the villain whatsoever. Society is the villain. Why? Because you've been lied to about focus. So you've been lied to about focus. You've been lied to about focus. What have you been lied to about focus? Well, first off, what we need to take into account is in life, it's all about getting to point A to point B. Point A to point B. So if you ever needed direction somewhere, right? You want directions. What is the law? One of the universal laws. The quickest way to get anywhere and somewhere is what? In a straight line, linear, not zigzag, not around and about, but linear. So that's the same thing with your focus. We want to get to point A to point B in an efficient way, in the most time efficient way possible. So if we're doing all of this, when somebody is trying to give you directions, and they give you directions, and you going here, then you going there, then you going back here, then you going down here, then you getting halfway to point B, then you coming back here, then you taking 5 steps backwards, then you going forward, then you going here, almost to point B, just to take 3 more steps backwards, just to go here on a detour and to get there. This is the insanity of being lied to about focus. Everybody knows what focus is, but they don't know how to achieve it. Why? Once again, society is the villain in this story. They give you these phones so you can get something called a little bit of dopamine hits. But what it is cheap dopamine hits, by the way. And dopamine is correlated with your reward system. So when you're scrolling, your body starts getting used to and it starts settling for cheap, what they call dopamine hits. Now, scientifically, is it really a such thing as dopamine hits? No, it's a scientific term that we don't have to go for that. Hey, it's not that deep. I'm going to refer to it as dopamine hit for the time being to make this cohesive and to make this comprehensible. So, been lied to about focus. So one of the main things they lied to you about is all you have to do is just try harder. All you have to do is just grind, bro. How many of your favorite YouTubers, I don't know what community they in, if they red pill, if they a gym bro, or I don't know, something like that. When you ask them for help and you watch their videos, what are they going to tell you? And this ain't no shot to them because, hey, ignorance is bliss. You can't really get on somebody for something they don't know, right? They don't have the knowledge for. So they're going to tell you, hey, man, just grind, bro. Grind, bro. And the only reason why they tell you just to grind, bro, is because that's all that they do. And they don't really do this for the most part year round. You can look at some of your favorite YouTubers in these different spheres and whatnot. Oh, excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. False alarm. My bad. Seasonal cold. But anyways, what was I saying? They're gonna tell you What are they going to tell you? They're going to tell you, hey, just grind, bro. But if you look at your channel, sometimes they'll go on like a 6-month hiatus. Why? Because they're motivational driven. They're motivationally driven, not disciplined, not focused. They don't really know how to beat procrastination in the long run, year round. They go on these short stints when they can really lock in. But then again, they get, what's the word? Inconsistent. Inconsistent. And they get inconsistent because they have no system. And when you have no type of system in play, then you're planning to fail. And of course, this video is for my aspiring entrepreneurs out there and whatnot. And to make this in simplicity, if you're not making $1 million a year, that's because you don't have $1 million system. If you're not making $500,000 in a year, it's because you don't have a $500,000 system. If you're not making $100,000 a year, it's because you don't have a $100,000 system. And systems are developed 2 ways: through trial and error, and also through a mentor giving you the right blueprints, customized and tailor made to you. Speaking of that, hey, from now on, my plan is EST time. So PST time is 3 hours before this, but look, EST time will speak from my perspective. Every Sunday, I'm going to go live on YouTube at 8 o'clock to probably roughly 9 o'clock. And then we'll go into my free school community, which you can look at that. It's in the description down below. Well, not on this live video right now. I got it in the live chat. So if anybody's in the live chat and watching this right now, you can go click over that. And then you're going to see that we're going to have reoccurring calls at, excuse me, like I said, seasonal cold. Throat is kind of sore. But anyways, we're going to have reoccurring calls at 9 in the morning, a.m. EST time. So I'll see you over there. Right? So anyways, systems, back to systems. So when we don't have systems in play, we're planning to lose. One of the ways that we plan to lose is, how we initially start our day. How are we starting our day? If your first reaction to starting your day is doom scrolling, then you pretty much screwed up your whole day. How you start your day is essentially how you finish. And I know that's like an old saying, like you start the way you finish. Now that's applicable to many things, but not all things. But the way you start, the way you finish is applicable in this sense. If you started your day by doom scrolling the first 30 minutes, first 15, 30 hour of your day, you're doomed. You're not setting a good precedence for your day. Sorry, y'all, gotta bear with me. I'm trying to push through this cold, man. My throat. But anyways, so, oh man, my bad. I always focus. Come on, I gotta focus right now. So I don't know if I told y'all this before, but if you don't plan and structure your day in specific time slots, then you're gonna fill that time up with BS anyways. And this is a gem, because they even say this with goals. I forgot the percentage off the top of my head, but they did a study. And they said it was either 48% or 52%. If I'm a betting man, I would say it's 48%. Y'all can fact check me. But they say that when you write down your goals, preferably handwrite them like pen and paper, you're 48% more likely to hit that goal. So, and then if you go over to my free community right now, I mean, I got a whole free course on how to go about structuring your day on this software called, well, y'all can see that in the free community. It's in the free session. It's seamless. Once you click the link, it'll send you right over to it. No problem. You don't have to click 1,000 buttons. It's okay. Excuse me. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. You have to be intentional about your time. And I always break this math down to everybody, and they always kind of be shocked by this. So ask yourself this: how many hours is in a day? I'm gonna give y'all a second 24 hours in a day, right? So how many times do 8 go into 24 if we were dividing 24 by 8? It goes in it 3 times. So fractions, we can say 3 3. So if we, let's say we went to work 8 hours out the day, that's 1/3 of your day right there. If we spent another third of that sleeping, well, that's 2/3 of your day right there. If we spent the last third BSing, well, that's your whole day right there. But let me make the math scary for you. And I'm not making the math scary for you to be negative, but I'm trying to give you a sense of urgency on why this is so serious and pivotal. If you look up online right now, the average American male, it lives to be, let's say, 75 years old, right? Cool, 75 years old. So if they say we supposed to get about 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of good sleep, some say like 9, but let's just say 8. We get 8 hours of sleep. Okay, let's say we was doing that consistently. Let's just say you were a 30-year-old man, bro, right? Bro, I'm talking to you. You a 30-year-old man. If you've been sleeping 8 hours a day all your life because you're human, guess how much time went by in your 30 years, your 30 years of living? 10 years, right? Because it all breaks down to fractions at the end of the day. Hey, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. So if you're sleeping 8 hours a day, that's 1/3 of your day gone. And do you really consider going to sleep as living? You have to ask yourself that. I know what my answer is, but this video isn't about me. This is about you. You're the hero in this story, not me. I'm just a guy. Society is the villain. So just keep that in mind. Sorry. So we need to be more intentional. This is why people that's like 30 years old, yes, bro, I'm talking to you. You may wake up and be like, man, it just seemed like my 20s flew by. It just seemed like I woke up and now I'm 30. Yeah, that's a real thing. And it's just numbers. It's just math, man. If you consistently sleeping 8 hours for the first 30 years of your life, you didn't sleep away 10 years. It's crazy because we got to look at it as 1/3. So I'm putting that perspective. That's why I said the average male lives to be 75 years old in the United States. But look at it as a fraction again, just like a quarter, right? If we take a quarter out of $1, we at 75. So if the average male lives until they're 75, let's just do it in thirds. That's 1/3 of your life away from 75. So what did that leave you with? You're sleeping away 25 years of your life by the time you're 75. So let's just keep that in mind. We have to move with a sense of urgency. So you've been lied to about focus. They tell you to take all of this medication. They tell you to meditate 12 to 16 hours out the day. So people tell you just grind, bro. They give you these motivational boosts, and motivation is great, right? When I first started working out and things like that, it's funny. I used to watch and look at, who was it? Floyd Mayweather videos. Yes, I used to look at his training videos, whatever, when he used to get ready for a fight, whatever. Yeah, it used to turn me up. I ain't gonna lie, man. That used to motivate me initially. But with time and having right systems and having a structured time, but hey, this is when I want to work out, and being intentional with my time, discipline kicked in. Discipline kicked in. And procrastination. Procrastination comes from a weak limbic system. And what is your limbic system? It's made up of 3 major things. You have your amygdala. Hey, I'm not trying to lose y'all nerd out, but you have your amygdala. You have a thing called your hypothalamus. Hypo, root word just means underneath the thalamus. You have your hypothalamus, and then you have your hippocampus, right? So your amygdala, it's pretty much like your emotional alert. It's the first alert, right? You have your amygdala, that's your emotional, that's your first alert. Then you have your hippocampus. Your hippocampus is your memory creation. And then of course you have your prefrontal cortex, which is better known as PFC. I'm not trying to lose y'all. Give me a second. And your PFC is responsible for legitimizing whatever reaction that you have initially. This is how you regulate those emotions as well. Whoever just joined the live, say what's up, say what's up, say what's up. Say what's up, say what's up. Yo, who just joined the live? Who just joined the live? Okay. I don't want to lose my train of thought. Where was I getting at with this? I do not want to lose my train of thought. So, hey, whoever joined my live, I see you. Just say what's up. I'm not going to bite. Give me like 20 seconds, y'all. I got to get a drink of water, man. My throat is killing me. Man, oh man. Well, I forgot my point. See, this is a real class in real time. Nothing is scripted. I don't have no teleprompter or anything like that. Where's my dry erase? Okay. So let's just move on to the next thing since I got a brain fart where I was going. Where was I going? Da 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 da. Focus. Da da da. Boom. Okay, I kind of remember where I was going with this. Yeah. So you got your limbic system, and then you got your prefrontal cortex. Prefrontal cortex got two things. You got your dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, then you got your ventromedial prefrontal cortex. Yada yada yada. I don't want to nerd out, but anyways, when this is weakened from cheap dopamine hits, then you weaken that muscle. We have to remember, focus is actually like a muscle, but it's really your environment. What is your environment like? That's what I was getting at with how you start your day. If you're starting your day with your phone in your hand and in your face, you're already losing. One of the things that I really want you guys to try to implement, I'm gonna give you an actionable step. Try this. Plan out your day. And you can even go through my free course right now on the school app right now. You can click that link down below and I can walk you through this, how to even like structure your day on this software that I use, and it's free for you to use as well. But for the time being, this is a live video. I want real actionable steps for you guys. So you can still go over there and watch that, or I can just give you another form of that right now without a software. Get yourself a notebook. Get yourself a notebook, and what you're gonna do sometime today, because hopefully you're watching this today, you're gonna write down a day plan for the following day. This is something that I do every day. Every day, normally before I'm about to go to sleep, always day plan for the following day. Like I said, if you don't structure, plan out your day, what you're gonna do in that void of time is just fill it with BS anyway. So what you want to do is you want to get yourself a notebook, get you a pen, of course, and then what you want to do is from the wake up, you want to have this schedule. If you're about to wake up at 5, if you're about to wake up at 6, if you want to wake up at or about to wake up at 7, or if you work, let's say the night shift and you probably don't wake up, or you don't wake up until 12 at noon, so be it. Or some people may not wake up until 6 in the evening, so be it. You need to have that written down off the wake up, and you need to have actionable steps. What's the first thing you want to do? The first thing you want to do is get the hardest task out the way. If it's something like booking calls, like I said, I'm speaking to you, bro. All the, aspiring entrepreneurs out there, I'm speaking to you directly. So if you need to book more calls, you need to do 10 outreaches for that day or 50 outreaches for that day. Try to do that first day. Whatever's the hardest thing for you to do, that's going to take a lot of focus. Do that first thing in the morning. First thing. Oh man. Yep. And you're gonna plan your whole day out from beginning to end. Beginning to end. Oh my gosh, I need more water, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hey, whoever just joined, give me 1 second. Join. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Ugh. Can't cry about it. Just gotta get through it. Cool. Let's move on to the next topic.